place to enjoy nature. It's a lung in the center of Vancouver.
Just being able to come up to a beautiful garden and have some time outside is fantastic.
It's just something that I feel, and I think we need to pass that on to the next generation.
The kids come here, they get a connection. The adults come here, they get a connection. And it serves a lot of purposes for different people.
And it's always different. Like every time you come, there's something new. It's never boring.
It's a magical place. It is just so lovely.
As the city becomes more densified, I think it's more critical for us to have an oasis like this.
You know, if you love gardens and you're living in one of the many condos that are going up and you want a bit of green and you want a good community of people, I'd say this would be a good place to start.
Trips. One was to just review the dried flower.
Well, the VBJ is the organizational arm of the garden. So we're the fundraising and the education and the programming arm for the gardens.
The Vancouver Botanical Gardens Association is a huge part of VanDusen. Without it, VanDusen really couldn't be.
All in favor? Opposed? Thank you. Harry?
We need to be very connected. We have to show how the connections between the gardens, plants, people, animals, birds. It's all here.
Come to the side, please, campers. So we really try and bring the kids in, get them hands-on, interacting with nature, and also really in a fun way. Well, actually wanted to show you guys, this is part of the scavenger hunt.
It is the VBJ guides and docents who actually can explain what plant material is and what the importance of the plant material is. And that's a really major part of what makes this a botanical garden.
We're going here along the cypress pond.
It's not just about gardening, it's about our ecology, our ecosystems. It's about the birds that depend on the plants.
And so we have programs for children, for adults.
Here to touch and to smell.
These programs are meant to get the people to interact in either a direct or a subtle way with this kind of environment and experience.
Our big mission is to connect kids to nature. They're learning in a way that is hands-on and is valuable to them, that you can't necessarily get in a classroom. So we use the garden as a classroom, and getting dirty is something that we love to encourage as well.
So be really careful about where you're putting
The kids, they learn a lot, they have a ton of fun, and they walk away as true ambassadors of the garden. Their parents come to pick them up and they don't want to go.
Hallelujah, we're a potluck. Our plants will bloom ere long.
I think the plant sale is a wonderful example of connecting plants with people. We are selling material today that people will take home to their garden, they'll treasure it, and they'll probably remember that they got it at VanDusen.
I do appreciate that.
All our plants have really good stories.
It's the volunteers that keep me coming back. Everyone is so enthusiastic. Everyone wants to help.
This plant sale that we're having today is done by volunteers. We have the manure sale. That's done by volunteers. When we have the Festival of Lights at Christmas time, all those light bulbs are checked by volunteers.
And without those volunteers and the support of the thousands of hours that they contribute annually to our success, the organization would not be able to flourish and support the great garden community that we have.
We've dedicated ourselves anew in terms of legacy to making sure that we recognize and build on the volunteer program, because that is such an enrichment of the site that the city can't do easily, we can.
Gather lots of leaves. The VBGA is providing a critical role for teachers, students, visitors alike. We're pretty important, I think.
It's a web of life, and we don't want to be separated. People who are separated from nature really don't know what's going on, and this is the heart of VanDusen and the heart of the work we do here.
come on board. Come and give back to Vancouver and do something good for your city. You'll meet some wonderful people, you'll do some wonderful work, and you'll be part of this incredible organization called VBGA.
I got 2 all